Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Spire Pendant. This is the 134504. Awesome pendant, a lot of details. Let's dive in. So when we talk about the size of the fixture body, we're talking about really the distance from the bottom of the shade to where the telescoping rods begin. We'll get into more detail on these things in a second. This is 13.7 inches tall for the fixture body, 11.6 inches in diameter. So it's wide enough to be a small dining pendant. It's also large enough to be a pretty decent fixture to go over kitchen island, and it throws a lot of good down task lighting, which is wonderful too. Unobstructed, there's no glass on the bottom. Light will come right down, and it'll give you this kind of task lighting I'm getting from above. So moving on from there, let's talk about these adjustable ranges. If you guys are familiar with Hubbardton Forge, they have a patent on this whole telescoping rod idea. A smaller rod is going to telescope into a bigger rod. Where they come together is called a clutch, and there is going to be coming with this a little tiny tool, little hex nut tool. It's going to go into a little tiny hex nut that's hiding right there. You can barely see it. There's a friction sleeve hiding inside of this, and when you get this to where you want it to be, higher or lower over your table or your island, you just screw that in and it locks it into place so it's not going to go up and down anymore. Awesome way to show you details on that. If you're on the page for this on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, look over on the right-hand side of your screen. At the top, you're going to see some pull-down menus. Those are going to say click here. Actually, those are going to say, choose your finish, choose your length. Go down lower. So down lower, you're going to see over on the right-hand side, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF, and this is going to be pretty much on all Hubbardton Forge fixtures on our site. It's a great way for you to see technical drawings on the install instructions, the same ones that are going to be in the box for this when you get it. It's going to show you how this telescoping rod system works, a full parts list. It's going to show you details about the canopy that you guys want to know about, how this is going to go on your 4-inch junction box, how it goes around the back. Sometimes it's going to be this kind of setup, that little bracket. Sometimes it's going to be this kind of universal adapter. It really just depends on the canopy, but it's going to show those to you in great detail in drawings, so it's something you should look at. Canopy on the ceiling is going to be 5 inches round. It's going to go, like I said, over your 4-inch J-box. It's slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. So if you guys are putting this on a slope, you're covered for up to 45. You can see it kind of bends. There's a knuckle at the top of it right there, right here, right there. So there you go. After that, why don't we talk about lamping on this? So you have an A19 100 watt max for incandescent. And what that all means is it's going to ship with this porcelain screw-in socket. Very easy. Takes pretty much any medium base screw-in bulb. This is an LED. This is a phosphorus LED, the new kind of clearer ones, and you can see those little orange lines in there. That's phosphorus that'll light up. Also, we'll accept incandescents, all kinds of incandescents if you guys are still using those. This is that Edison type that's kind of popular right now. This is a BT15 halogen. You can put in a regular incandescent bulb if you want to. It's a dimmable fixture. If you're going for LEDs, you want to make sure that you're getting a dimmable LED and get it in the color temperature that you're looking for. So if it says 2700 Kelvin, that's going to be that warmer light. If it says 3000 Kelvin, 4000, 5000, that gets into that whiter daylight. A couple things about this. So choosing the right light bulb, to me, aesthetically, is going to go with what's going on with the interior of the shade, and let's get into that because that's where this gets a little tricky. And that involves finishes. So let's go to finishes next. On our website, there's a finishes help guide. It's over on the left-hand side of your screen in the red tabs. Click on that for me. On that page is going to be a video at the top. It's me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart farther down on the page. So scroll down. You see that chart that's got like 10 finishes on it, little pictures? I'm going to be talking about that in that video, so make sure you have those things back and forth, maybe on different windows too if you want to do that. When you're done, go back to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures on that color chart and a bigger window will pop up showing you more examples of whatever finish you just clicked on. So if you clicked on dark smoke, there'll be like 5 or 6 things in dark smoke, and so on and so on. So the reason this is a little tricky is because the canopy, the down rods, and there are these brackets that are holding the shade. That's going to be one finish. So that's going to be the first pull-down menu you see where it says choose your fixture finish. So, and pull that down, you'll see most likely 10 finishes there. Okay, after that, you're going to be able to choose the finish separately, another pull-down menu, for the shade below. And that shade is going to have those same finishes on it. And when you do choose the same finishes, or it could be a contrasting finish, so you might want to do like, you know, bronze and dark smoke, or black and bronze, whatever you guys want. That shade is going to be finished in whatever finish you choose. The interior of the shade inside of it is also going to be finished in whatever finish you just chose. If you choose a new alternate, you see there, it's called polished nickel. So the polished nickel is going to be a plated finish. The interior of that is actually going to be enameled white. The other ones aren't, just that one. So if I was going to be doing that polished nickel, and I know the interior is white, I might opt to go with a bulb like this that actually is white, so it kind of, you know, mixes up in there, and you can't really tell what it is. It's also, these aren't the most aesthetically pleasing looking bulbs, but in this situation I think it would be working out pretty well. In the other situation where you're going to be ordering, let's say, dark smoke and black, or, you know, burnished steel and black, or something like that, that's where I might opt to go with a decorative light bulb that looks, you know, a little bit more aesthetically pleasing if I happen to be glancing up and get a view of it. So these are little esoteric things that you guys can kind of work out. Bulbs are super cheap nowadays. You can get them all over the place. You can walk into your grocery store and get great bulbs. So don't worry about it. Just kind of play with it once you get in there. But those are just little recommendations on that. Your limit for incandescent bulbs is going to be 100 watts because of the heat generated by a 100-watt bulb. There's no limit when you get into these bulbs, LEDs. It's really just generally the size of the bulb that it doesn't poke out the bottom, and that's going to be an A19 bulb is going to be the recommended size, and that's the size of the bulb. It doesn't involve any kind of power going into it. LEDs don't draw a lot of electricity. Even a 100-watt version of this A19 is probably going to only draw like 11 to 15 watts max, so you're good to go there. And it's a dimmable fixture, like I said a second ago. So that kind of covers the finishes part of this, and we talked about adjustable ranges, and we talked about what goes inside of it, canopy. Those are all really important things. Our showroom in Vermont here has over 350 Hubbardton forged fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page back over on the left-hand side of your screen. Click on it. It'll show you everything that's here before you guys make the trek to come see us. We are constantly adding to that page, so just keep that in mind. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples stay here. They go into a book on our first floor. That's our clearance center. It's 75% off MSRP, so it's an amazing deal. You have to come here to use it, and our showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. Easy to get to in Wallingford, Vermont from the whole Northeast. It's an afternoon's drive for the most part. People come up here from New York, Connecticut, Boston, Montreal constantly just for the afternoon. Anyway, moving on from there, when you buy your Hubbardton forged fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No other dealer even comes close to that. In addition to that, we have a rush program. Almost forgot about it. So a rush program takes you from Hubbardton Forge's normal 3 to 4 weeks in production. Remember, you have all these variables that you can order from. That's why they don't stock anything. 3 to 4 weeks is normal. We can cut that time in half, and the upcharge is per line item. So that means if you have, let's say you had 2 or 3 of these spires and you're putting them over your kitchen island and you wanted to cut that time in half, and they're all the same, each one is the same length, same finish, that's one line item. It's super cheap. So just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont, or you can call us at 802-446-2400. I can always give you details about it that way too. So again, I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can email us, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So if I forgot anything, drop a quick email and we can chat, and thanks for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.